Alright, I promised a video talking and discussing about common misconceptions in the Sonic franchise. I talked about it in a post. So here I am now. I listed down all of them and I did research for all the topics that I didn't know offhand. And all the ones that I did know offhand, I didn't need to bother because I already know them off the top of my head. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, all that jazz. Algorithm is still fucking me in the ass, it seems. So, yeah, fuck YouTube, I guess. Okay, let's start. The first misconception is Eggman is a feminist, according to the Sonic Heroes manual. The person who typed it down assumed that it was a mistranslation, and you would be correct. As I went to the Sonic Wiki and I got my hands on the original Japanese Heroes manual and I ran it through a translator, and it said nothing about him being a feminist. Next up is Hyper Knuckles versus Super Knuckles, which is his actual name. And I saw that multiple times. Truthfully, his actual name is Super Knuckles, but it's also Hyper Knuckles. See, it's Hyper Knuckles because of the Archie comics, but it's also Super Knuckles because that's what the games call him. So I would say for the safest bet, just call him Super Knuckles. Next, on the same commenter that said Eggman is a feminist, Shadow is too edgy. Which, I mean, yeah, you are actually correct. I wasn't born in the 2000s, hell no, I was born 2010. But I've seen what people were doing in the 2000s, and yeah, they were actual edgelords. So to call Shadow out for being edgy when the culture itself was worse than it is pretty hypocritical in my opinion. Next up is Metal gets jobbed all the time. Yes. And the reason is simply because Metal gets jumped. Which actually bleeds into another commenter who said, could Metal beat Current Sonic in a 1v1? And the truth to that is yes. Metal will beat Current Sonic in a 1v1. Because Metal isn't a jobber. He isn't like a Worf effect victim. In actuality, if you've noticed, Metal only ever gets jumped. He's never lost a fair 1v1 if you've noticed. Next up is the Chaos Emeralds have pocket dimensions inside them. Yes, in Sonic R it is revealed that they have universes inside of them that each hold infinite energy. Next is the Phantom Ruby got destroyed. Presumably so, yes, according to the Sonic Wiki's zone. Now, while that is not fully trustworthy, we aren't really told of what happened to it, and considering the fact that the characters don't really worry about it, we can presume it was destroyed. Next up, why isn't Hypersonic really used anymore? Sega has actually talked about this themselves. Hypersonic isn't used because they don't want to be associated with Dragon Ball, etc. They don't want people to think it's a one-to-one copy of Dragon Ball. Next up, I see people saying Shadow isn't equal to Sonic. That is... I mean, if we're talking feats-wise, yeah, Shadow hasn't done anything that is relative to Sonic. But I'd still say they're equal, because the dev said so, and also because Shadow wears limiters, 4 limiters to be exact. We've never seen him take off his ankle limiters. And also, we've actually never seen Sonic go all out except in Frontiers, because canonically Sonic is always holding back. So we wouldn't know. Which actually bleeds into another thing. Is Shadow as fast as Sonic without his air shoes? That is actually true, yes. Both of them need special shoes. It's just that Shadow's special shoes are more apparent. Sonic needs special made frictionless shoes to move at his maximum speed, this has been confirmed, whereas Shadow also needs his air shoes to move at his maximum speed. They both need special shoes, it's just that Sonic's special shoes are less obvious. They needed to get to their max speed pretty much. They need to remove friction so that they can reach their max speed. They just both need 2 different kinds of shoes to do it. Next up is how does Silver time travel? It has not been confirmed, and I've not really caught up to IDW, but I saw someone say online once, so take it with a grain of salt, that Silver says that the portals just kind of appear to him. Now, realistically, we just have no idea. I just believe he uses the Chaos Emeralds or the Time Stones personally. Next up is why doesn't Sega show us Knuckles on his island more? Because that would be boring for storytelling. Next up is Infinite dead. No, Infinite was swallowed by the Phantom Ruby. While technically the Phantom Ruby was destroyed, so we could say he's dead, I don't believe. I believe he's dead personally. Me personally, I believe he's dead. But you can make an argument for him not being dead and he was just swallowed by the Phantom Ruby. Anyways, that is all the misconceptions that I saw under my post. If any have been added while I am here recording, that is kind of sad because you're literally an inch off. But anyways, yeah. Like and subscribe, I don't know, share, hype or something, whatever. I don't really understand this fuck ass algorithm. Now it keeps trying to fuck me in the ass. Like, what do you mean 9.2% watch, 9.5% watch, 9.5% click through, and 100 people view? That means you only showed it to 1,000 people in 5 hours. Is that even my fault or YouTube's fault at that point?